Mission timer initialized. Mission saved.
Yes, sir? At once. Agreed. Very well.
Unit lost.
Medic reporting. Moving out.
Unit lost.
Awaiting orders. At once. Very well.
Mission loaded.
Commander, for king and country. For king and country. For king and country. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Engineering, Commander. Reporting. Very well. Of course. Reporting. At once. Very well. At once. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Agreed. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Very well. Reporting. Yes, sir. Awaiting very orders. Well. Yes, sir. Reporting. Very well. Yes, sir. On my way. Yes. Affirmative. Yes, sir. On my way. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Commander. For king and country. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Commander. On my way. On my way. Indeed. For king and country. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Commander. Indeed. For king and country. For king and country. Engineering. Affirmative. Reporting. Very well. Affirmative. At once. Medic reporting out. Affirmative. Engineering. Yes, sir. Indeed. Engineering. Affirmative. Medic reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Yes, sir. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. Indeed. On my way. On my way. For king and country. Indeed. Indeed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
40 minutes
Commander.
remaining.
Indeed. Awaiting orders. Report at once. Of course. Medic reporting. Out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Commander. For king and country. Medic reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Explosive charge placed.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Medic reporting. Moving out. Moving out. Yes, sir. Commander. On my way. On my way. Yes, king sir. And country. Yes, affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. On my way. Indeed. On my way. Reporting. Affirmative. At once. Commander. For king and country. On my way.
Mission saved.
For king and country. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. For king and country. Indeed. On my way. For king and country. Indeed. For king and country. Yes, sir. Very well. Commander. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Indeed. On my way. For king and country. On my way. Ready and waiting. Very well. Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Engineering. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Agreed. Agreed. Engineering. Affirmative. Medic reporting. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Engineering. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Indeed.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Indeed. For king and country. On my way. On my way. For king and country. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. At once. Affirmative. Commander. Indeed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Engineering. Reporting. Agreed. Awaiting orders. Agreed. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. On my way. For king and country. Medic reporting. Moving out.
Explosive charge placed.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Commander. For king and country. On my way. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Indeed. Awaiting orders. Very well. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. On my way. Yes, sir. Very well. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Commander. Indeed. On my way. On my way. For king and country. For king and country. Indeed. Indeed. On my way. For king and country. For king and country.
Unit lost. Mission loaded.
Medic reporting. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. On my way. King and country. On my way. On my way. For king and country. Indeed. Waiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Commander. King and country. Yes, sir. Agreed. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Reporting. Agreed. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting orders. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Commander. On my way. Indeed. Indeed. For king and country. On my way. On my way. For king and country. Indeed. For king and country. On my way. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Commander. On my way. Medic reporting.
Explosive charge placed.
Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir. At once. Engineering. Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Agreed. Engineering. Yes, sir. Engineering. Affirmative. Reporting. Of course. Very well. At once. Reporting at once. Agreed. Affirmative. Agreed. Agreed. Reporting, yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
At
30
once.
minutes remaining. Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Engineering.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir? Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Engineering.
Unit lost.
Acknowledge. At once.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Engineering.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Medic reporting.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
30 minutes remaining.
Yes, sir.
Yes, affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Agreed.
Yes, affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Affirmative.
Yes, affirmative.
Reporting. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Engineering.
Reporting. Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative.
At once. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Ready and wait. Very well.
Yes, affirmative.
Reporting. Very well.
Yes, affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Very well. At once. Affirmative. At once. Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Ready and agreed. At once. Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Explosive charge placed.
Ready and wait.
Reinforcements
Yes,
have
sir.
arrived.
Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. At once. Agreed. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Agreed. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once.
Engineering.
Awaiting
Affirmative.
orders. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting.
Mission saved.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed. Agreed. Ready and waiting.
Commander. On my way.
Yes, sir. Very well. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. At once. Very well. Affirmative.
Commander.
On my way. Indeed.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Yes, affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed. Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Agreed.
Commander, on my way. For king and country. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. On my way. For king and country.
Ready and waiting. Agreed. Acknowledge at once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Engineering.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Engineering. Commander.
Reporting. Very well. Very well.
Engineering.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative.
No, affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Agreed. Yes, sir.
Engineering.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Awaiting order. Affirmative. At once.
Yes, affirmative.
Ready and waiting. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative.
20 minutes.
Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Medic reporting. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Mission failed.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Very well. Very well.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. At once. Very well. At once. Agreed.
Engineering.
Acknowledged. At once. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Very well. Agreed. Affirmative. Very well. Very well. Agreed.
Yes, affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Medic reporting. Moving out. Medic reporting. Moving out.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Very well. Affirmative.
Medic reporting. Out. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Yes, affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Medic reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. At once. Very well. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit
Waiting
lost.
orders.
Mission loaded.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Medic reporting. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out.
Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out.
Engineering. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Engineering.
Reporting at once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Very well. Very well. Affirmative.
Yes,
Unit
affirmative.
lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. 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 At once.
Engineering.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Explosive charge placed.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. At once. Very well. Very well. Affirm at once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well. At once. Very well. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed. At once. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Very well. Very well. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Very well.
Yes, sir.
Ready and waiting. Very well. Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Agreed. Affirmative.
Unit
At
lost.
once. Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Agreed. Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir. Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
10 minutes
Engineering.
remaining.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Unit lost. Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 king and country. On my way. For king and country.
Medic report. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Indeed. On my way. Indeed. On my way. On my way. On my way. For king and country. Indeed. 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 Indeed.
Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Medic reporting. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Medic reporting. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Explosive charge
Yes, sir.
placed.
Very well. Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Of course. At once. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. At once. Very well. Very well. Affirmative. At once. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir. Very well. At once. Report. Very well. Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Agreed. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
10 minutes
Yes,
remaining.
affirmative.
Medic reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Agreed. At once. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Very well. Of course. At once. Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Explosive charge placed.
Affirmative.
Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Engineering. Yes, sir.
Reporting. Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
At once. At once.
Engineering.
Reporting.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes. Affirmative.
No. Very well. At once. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Medic reporting. Moving out.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir.
Medic reporting.
Engineering.
Awaiting orders. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. At once. Of course. Affirmative.
Unit
Yes,
lost.
sir. Affirmative.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
sir.
lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Very well. Agreed.
Commander, on my way.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative. Engineering.
Yes, sir. Ready and waiting.
Commander, for king and country.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes,
Unit
sir.
lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. At once.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Very well. Very
Yes,
well.
affirmative.
Report at
Affirmative.
once. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Yes,
Agreed.
affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Affirmative.
affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Yes, affirmative.
Reporting. At once. Affirmative. At
Yes,
once.
affirmative.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering.
Unit lost.
Reporting.
Engineering.
Reporting.
Yes.
Reporting.
Yes. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Warning. 5 minutes.
Waiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Very well.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes.
Mission failed. Mission
Commander.
loaded.
For king and country. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. Engineering. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Indeed.
Unit lost. Mission
Commander.
loaded.
For king and country.
Reporting.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Engineering.
Medic reporting.
Waiting order. At once. Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Engineering.
Acknowledged. At once.
Engineering.
Unit
At
lost.
once.
Unit
Yes.
lost.
Waiting orders. Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Engineering.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed. Yes, sir. Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Reporting. At once. Very well.
Yes,
5 minutes
affirmative.
remaining.
Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir. Agreed. At once. Affirmative.
Yes, affirmative. Affirmative.
Very well.
Engineering.
Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Waiting orders. Yes, sir. Very well.
Warning, 4
At
minutes
affirmative.
remaining.
Affirmative.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. At once.
Engineering.
Acknowledged.
Yes, affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Medic reporting. Moving out.
Explosive charge, place.
Waiting orders. Agreed.
Yes,
Warning, 3
affirmative.
minutes remaining.
Reporting. Agreed.
Commander, on my
Ready
way.
and waiting.
Affirmative. Commander, on my way. For king and country.
Yes, sir.
Warning, 2 minutes remaining.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Medic reporting.
Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. For king and country. For king and country. On my way.
Mission timer initialized.
Yes, Ready sir. And waiting. Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. For king and country.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. At once. Very well. At once. Yes, sir. At once.
Engineering.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. At
Yes,
once.
sir. Affirmative.
Indeed. Awaiting orders.
Unit lost. Mission timer initialized.
Yes, ready and waiting. Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Engineering.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Report
Affirmative.
affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. Very well. Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Indeed. On my way. Indeed. On my way.
Affirmative. At once.
Commander. Indeed.
Waiting orders.
Medic reporting.
Reporting. Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative. Commander. For king and country. On my way. For king and country.
Affirmative.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Commander. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. For king and country. For king and country.
Mission saved.
Indeed. On my way. On my way. On my way.
Acknowledged. Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. For king and country.
Affirmative. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative. Commander. On my way. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. On my way. For king and country. Indeed.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Commander. For king and country. On my way. On my way. For king and country.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
40 minutes remaining.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. On my way.
Explosive
For
charge,
king and
please.
country. Indeed.
Medic report. Affirmative.
Commander. For king and country. Indeed. On my way.
Acknowledged.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Awaiting
Yes,
orders.
sir. On my way.
Mission saved.
For king and country. Engineering.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative. For king and
Yes,
country.
sir.
Engineering. Yes, sir. On my way. For king and country.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Engineering.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Ready and waiting.
Commander. For king and country. Affirmative. Commander. For king and country. Indeed. Indeed. On my way.
Awaiting orders. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. For king and country. On my way. For king and country.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Commander. On my way.
Acknowledged. Very well. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. For
Affirmative.
king and country. On my way. For king and country. On my way.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. At once. At once. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Affirmative.
Affirmative. Agreed. Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Commander. Indeed.
Explosive charge, please.
Yes, sir. At
Yes,
once.
sir.
Ready and waiting.
Engineering.
Reporting. Agreed. Affirmative.
Commander.
Yes, sir.
Yes, on my way. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Acknowledged.
Commander.
Mission saved.
For king and country. Engineering.
Yes, sir.
Commander. On my way. Indeed. For king and country. Indeed. For king and country. On my way. Indeed.
Ready and waiting. Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Engineering.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ready
Affirmative.
and waiting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Of
Unit
course.
lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Engineering.
Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Medic reporting. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out.
Acknowledge.
Unit lost. Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ready and
Acknowledge.
waiting.
Affirmative.
Engineering.
Ready and waiting.
Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Affirmative. Agreed. Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative.
At once.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed.
Medic reporting. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Reporting. Very well.
Medic reporting. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative.
Mission
Yes, sir.
loaded.
At once.
Engineering.
Ready and
Yes,
waiting.
sir.
At once. Very well.
Engineering.
Medic reporting. Moving out. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Agreed. Agreed. Very well. Affirmative. At once.
30 minutes.
Very well.
remaining.
Very well. Very well. Agreed. At once. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Explosive charge placed. Reinforcements
Affirmative.
have arrived.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Commander, on my way. 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 Indeed.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Very
Yes,
well.
affirmative. Yes, sir. For king and country. Indeed. Indeed. For king and
Reporting.
country.
Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. On my way. For king and country.
Acknowledged. At once. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. Commander, on my way.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Mission saved.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Mission
Yes, sir.
loaded.
Engineering.
Ready
Affirmative.
and waiting. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Of course.
Engineering.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Agreed. Agreed. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Very well. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Very well. Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering.
Mission saved.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. At once. Awaiting orders. Of course.
Medic report. Affirmative.
Reporting. At once. Affirmative. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out.
Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Unit lost. Mission loaded.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Very well. At once. Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Mission
Yes, sir.
loaded.
At once.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. At once. Agreed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At once. Agreed. Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Of course.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Very well. Ready and very well. Very well. Agreed. Very well. At once. Affirmative. 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 At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Explosive charge placed.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Of course.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Very well. At once. Affirmative. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Awaiting order. Affirmative.
20 minutes remaining.
Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative. Commander. Indeed. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Mission
Commander.
loaded.
Ready and waiting. At once. Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. On my way. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Indeed.
Awaiting orders. At once.
Unit lost. 20 minutes remaining.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed.
Reporting. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Very well. Very well. Affirmative. Very well. Agreed. Very well. At once. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Very well. At once. Affirmative. Very well. Agreed.
Commander. On my way. On my way.
Yes, sir. Very well. Affirmative. Of course. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Agreed.
Medic reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting. At once. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. At once. Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. At once.
Reporting. Very well. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Very well. Agreed. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Engineering.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Very well. Agreed. Very well.
Unit
Of
lost.
course. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Mission saved.
Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Acknowledged. At once. Awaiting orders. Very well. Agreed. Affirmative.
Engineering.
Awaiting orders.
Yes,
Agreed.
sir. Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Reporting.
Ready. Waiting orders.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Engineering. Yes, sir.
Awaiting orders. Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative. Commander. Indeed. On my way. For king
Yes,
and
sir?
country.
Medic reporting. Moving out. Moving out.
Reporting. Yes, sir?
Engineering
Reporting.
affirmative.
Yes, sir? At once.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir? Very well.
Engineering affirmative.
Waiting orders.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir?
Mission failed. Mission loaded.
Yes, sir.
Ready and waiting.
Agreed.
Engineering. Engineering. Affirmative.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir?
Engineering.
Yes, sir? Of course.
Engineering
Waiting
affirmative.
orders. Yes, sir?
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Unit
At
lost.
once. Yes, sir?
Yes.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Waiting orders.
Affirmative.
Engineering.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
10 minutes
Affirmative.
Mission loaded.
Yes, sir? At once.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. At once. Very well.
Reporting. Agreed. Affirmative. Agreed. At once. Agreed.
Reporting.
Agreed. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
10 minutes remaining.
Waiting orders. Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Very well. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir? Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir? Yes, sir?
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Medic reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out.
Yes, sir? Yes, sir?
Mission saved.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir? Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Mission loaded.
At once.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Medic reporting. Moving out.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir? At once.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Engineering.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed. At once.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative. Commander.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Engineering.
Warning,
Affirmative.
5 minutes remaining.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, Affirmative. Affirmative.
Waiting orders. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Explosive charge placed.
Affirmative.
Reporting at once.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir. Indeed. On my way.
Warning, 4 minutes remaining.
Ready and waiting. Very well. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Warning, 3 minutes remaining.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Warning, 2 minutes remaining.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Agreed. At once.
Yes, sir.
Report at
Affirmative.
once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Warning, 1 minute remaining. Explosive charge placed.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Indeed.
Yes, sir. At
Yes,
once.
affirmative.
Reporting.
Mission failed. Mission loaded.
Reporting. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Medic reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 At once. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Yes, affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Yes, affirmative.
Reporting.
Yes,
No,
affirmative.
Reporting.
Engineering.
Yes, sir. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Explosive charge?
No,
Engineering.
affirmative.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. For king and country.
Acknowledged. At once.
Engineering.
Awaiting orders.
Affirmative.
Warning, 5 minutes remaining.
Ready and waiting. Very well.
Yes, affirmative. Indeed. On my way.
Waiting orders. Very well. At once. Affirmative.
Engineering. Commander. For king and country. On my way. Engineering.
Warning, 4
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
minutes remaining.
Ready and waiting.
Yes,
No,
affirmative.
No, very
Yes,
well.
affirmative.
Waiting orders. Agreed. Very well. At once. Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. At once.
Head lost.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative. Commander.
Warning, 3
Yes, sir.
minutes remaining.
Affirmative. Agreed.
Yes,
No,
affirmative.
affirmative. Very well. Very well. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir,
Affirmative.
indeed.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Explosive
At once,
charge?
For
Yes,
king
sir.
and country. Engineering.
Warning,
Affirmative.
2 minutes remaining.
Commander, on my way.
Reporting. Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Awaiting
Affirmative.
orders.
Commander, on
Warning,
my way.
1 minute
Reporting.
remaining.
At once. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. On my way. For king and country. Engineering. Affirmative.
Medic reporting.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. At once.
Medic reporting out. Moving out.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Very well.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit mission failed. Mission loaded.
Reporting. Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Mission loaded.
At once.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Yes, sir.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
Engineering. Yes, sir. Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Very well. Very well. Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Engineering.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Commander. Indeed. For king and country.
Acknowledged. Agreed. Agreed. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Medic reporting. Affirmative. 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 Moving out.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Explosive charge placed.
Reporting. Very well. Affirmative. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Indeed. Indeed. For king and country. For king and country.
Reporting. Very well.
Warning, 5 minutes
Yes, sir.
remaining.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Very well. Affirmative. Of course.
Engineering.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Engineering.
Reporting. At once. Of course. Very well. Of course. Agreed. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
At
lost.
once. Affirmative.
Yes, affirmative.
Acknowledged. At once. Affirmative.
Warning, 3
At
minutes
once.
remaining.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Ready and
Of
waiting.
course.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Mission loaded.
Reporting. Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Medic reporting. Moving out.
Unit lost.
Awaiting orders. Very well. Very well. Very well. Agreed. Very well. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed. Agreed. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. At once.
Explosive charge placed.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Very well.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Warning, 5 minutes remaining.
Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Engineering.
Yes, sir. Medic reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. Very well. Very well. At once. Affirmative. Very well. Agreed.
Warning, 4
Very well.
minutes
Agreed.
remaining.
Of course. Very well.
Yes, sir. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Agreed. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Yes,
Affirmative.
affirmative.
Acknowledged. Agreed. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Warning, 3 minutes remaining. Explosive charge placed.
Reporting at once.
Yes, affirmative.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Engineering.
Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Warning, 2 minutes remaining.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Medic reporting. Affirmative.
Warning,
Reporting.
1 minute remaining.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes,
Unit
sir.
lost. Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Mission loaded.
Yes, sir.
Ready and waiting.
Engineering.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Waiting
Unit
orders.
lost. Mission loaded.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Reporting.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. At once. Very well. Very well. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 At once.
Yes, sir. On my way.
Reporting.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Commander.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. At once.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Explosive charge
At once.
placed.
Engineering.
Reporting.
Yes,
Yes,
affirmative.
sir. At once.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. Engineering.
Warning, 5 minutes
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Very well.
Medic reporting. Moving out.
Warning, 4 minutes
Yes,
remaining.
sir. Indeed. Indeed. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Medic reporting.
Reporting. Very well.
Medic reporting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At once. Of course. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Lost. Warning,
At
3
once.
minutes remaining.
Very well.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Agreed.
Unit
At once.
lost. Mission loaded.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Engineering.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed.
Unit lost.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. At once.
Mission loaded.
At once.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Yes, engineering. Affirmative.
Medic reporting.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Very well. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. On my way.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out.
Reporting. At once. Affirmative. At once.
Medic
Agreed.
reporting. Out.
Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Indeed. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Explosive charge?
Moving
Place.
out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very
Yes,
well.
sir.
Warning, 5 minutes
Reporting. Very
remaining.
well.
Medic reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Reporting. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well. Affirmative. Very
Warning,
well.
4 minutes remaining.
Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Very well. At once.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Warning,
Ready and
3
very well.
minutes remaining.
Yes, affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Medic reporting.
Explosive charge? Place.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Reporting.
Warning, 2 minutes
Yes, sir.
remaining.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well. Affirmative.
Warning, 1
Affirmative.
minute remaining.
Of course. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Very well.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. At once. Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Mission failed. Mission loaded.
At once.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Mission loaded.
At once.
Engineering.
Ready and waiting.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit mission failed. Mission loaded.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Medic reporting. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Very well. Agreed. Very well. At once. Affirmative. Of course. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. On my way.
Reporting. Agreed. Agreed. Affirmative.
Medic reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. For king and country. Yes, sir. Affirmative. For king and country. For king and country.
Reporting. Awaiting orders. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative. No, affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Very
Yes,
well.
sir. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Explosive charge placed.
Affirmative.
Warning, 5
Engineering.
minutes remaining.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Ready and waiting. Agreed.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Explosive
Affirmative.
charge placed.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Medic reporting.
Warning,
Affirmative.
4 minutes remaining.
Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Warning,
Commander.
3 minutes
Yes,
remaining.
sir. Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Awaiting
Explosive
orders.
charge
At once.
placed.
Affirmative. Affirmative. At once.
Unit
Ready and
lost.
waiting. Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative. Agreed.
Warning,
Agreed.
2
Affirmative.
minutes remaining.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Explosive mission accomplished.